thromboplastin. PT, partial thromboplastin. Okay, now, in partial thromboplastin, okay, usually the normal value for partial thromboplastin is this. Okay, control value without the drug. The control value of warfarin is around 9 to 12. Approximately, it's 9 to 12. Okay, now how do we say that it is therapeutic? How do you say that it is therapeutic? Just multiply it by 2. How would you know if it's therapeutic? You will get a therapeutic value if it's multiplied by 2. So therefore, what is the therapeutic value? The therapeutic value will become 18 to 24. 18 to 24. Okay, now how would you know if it's a toxic value? This one is a toxic value if that is more than 30. It is a toxic value if it's more than 30. Okay, now what else? Remember, PT is not, okay, your reliable coagulation study. Now, the most reliable coagulation study for warfarin is to monitor the INR. Okay, what do you remember about INR? It's your international normalized ratio. International normalized ratio. Now, tell me what would be the control value without the drug. The control value without the drug is 1 to 2. Okay, how would you know if it's therapeutic? This is a therapeutic value if you have gained 2 to 3. And how would you know if it's a toxic value? It becomes toxic if that is more than 3.5. That is toxic if that is more than 3.5. All right, now let's go back into the scenario. Let's review. When we talk about heparin, what should you monitor? Guys, you monitor APTT. What's the control value without the drug? 20 to 36. How would you know if it's therapeutic? Just multiply it by 1.5 to 2.5, right? So you will get 30 to 90. How would you know if it's toxic? That is toxic if that is more than 100. And what would be the condition? It would be risk for bleeding. Okay, let's review warfarin. In warfarin, what are the 2 coagulation studies that you have to monitor? Monitor the PT, monitor the INR. What's the control value of PT? 9 to 12. How would you know if it's therapeutic? Just multiply it by 2, right? Okay. So definitely, therapeutic value is how many? 18 to 24. How would you know if it's toxic? It's more than 30. Okay. Now, is PT reliable? No. The most reliable is called your INR. Okay. And what's the control value in INR? Answer, 1 to 2. How would you know if it's therapeutic? It's 2 to 3. How would you know if it's toxic? It's more than 3.5. Now, let's go back to our scenario. So we have discussed about the heparin and the warfarin. Okay. So let's talk about the scenario. Okay, the scenario is the APTT is 5 times than the control value. What's the normal? It should be 1.5 to 2.5 times the control value. So what could be the risk? There is a greater risk for development of toxicity. That's a major concern. Okay, now, what else? The INR is twice the control value. May problema ba if it's twice the control value? Wala yung problema, right? So definitely, which one is the problem? Since ang pinag-uusapan mo, yung problem mo is the APT, which is 5 times. Twice versus 5 times, paramihan na lang tayo. So definitely, alin dyan ang mas priority mo? Alin dyan ang mas bibigyan mo ng focus? Should you focus on the warfarin or should you focus on the heparin? Of course, you will focus on the heparin. Why? Because it's 5 times. It can lead into bleeding. So you are asked about most appropriate action. So when we talk about most appropriate action, that would be your priority action, your first action. And your first action, if you have to promote safety. So which one is safe? Okay, so you have to promote safety. Okay, number 1. So we will use the strategy safe versus unsafe. Number 1, administer vitamin K. So what do you think? Related or unrelated for heparin? This is unrelated. Why? We only administer vitamin K if the problem is warfarin toxicity. Since our focus is heparin, you will eliminate number 1. This is unrelated of the scenario. Next, number 2, decrease heparin infusion. Can we decrease the heparin infusion? Yes or no? Yes. Why we need to decrease? So that it would be lower. Okay, so that it will not be at 5 times than the control value, right? So definitely, this is safe or unsafe. This is safe. So what do? We keep number 2. Next, how about number 3? Discontinue warfarin. Question, is warfarin our focus at this time? No, INR twice the control value, hindi mo pa yan focus, okay pa yan. So definitely eliminate number 3. Next, number 4, notify the HCP. Guys, okay, anong mauunang nursing action? Pag pinag-usapan mo prioritization in the use of nursing process, which one should be done first? Is it the independent, the dependent nursing action, or the collaborative action? Ang tatandaan mo, yung number 4, yung number 4 natin is a collaborative action. And bago ka mag-perform ng collaborative action, the nurse should ensure the safety of the client first before you're going to refer this to the physician. So therefore, which one is the correct answer? Number 2 or number 4? The correct answer is number 2. Okay, number 2 is the correct answer. Why? Because if it's 5 times more than the therapeutic value, then definitely it could be at risk for toxicity. Nakasulat yan doon sa libro ni Saunders. Ang sabi ni Saunders, kapag yan ay more than the 2.5 times the control value, you have to decrease the heparin infusion. Pero pag nakita mo less than the 1.5, okay, therapeutic value, you have to increase the heparin infusion. So the correct answer should still number 2. Okay, vitamin K is the antidote for what condition? For warfarin toxicity. So if you would be asked, what is the antidote whenever there is heparin? Okay, toxicity. The antidote for heparin toxicity is protamine sulfate. The antidote for heparin toxicity is protamine sulfate. Okay, so the correct answer is number 2. Okay tayo dyan ha. Sinong tumama? Si Joan, tumama siya. Si Leonard Alan, tumama din siya. Okay, sige po. Let's talk about the next question. Okay, moving forward. Next question in pharmacology. Alright. So same topic. Which of the following food selection should the nurse instruct the client to minimize when taking warfarin? Select all that apply. Anong napansin nyo guys? Kung hindi mo na itama, okay, sa international exam, specifically sa NCLEX, pag hindi mo na itama yung first question, which is about anticoagulants, okay, nahirapan ka doon. Ano ulit ang ibibigay sa'yo? Questions about anticoagulants so that you are going, the computer would be able to identify that you have hit it correctly. So definitely, kapag mga ganyan yung mga questions, you have to hit it correctly or else uulit-ulit yung the same na question. Okay, balikan natin ang tanong. So ano ang topic mo? The topic is all about warfarin. I-define natin ano nga ulit yung warfarin. Okay, warfarin is a type of anticoagulant. Question, ano ang action ng anticoagulant? Will it dissolve the clot or will it prevent the clot? Anong sagot mo? Dissolve or prevent? The correct answer is it will prevent the clot. Okay. Now, tatandaan, ang warfarin po ba or Coumadin is safe or unsafe during pregnancy? Or unsafe during pregnancy. Tatandaan mo, this is unsafe during pregnancy. And the route of administration for warfarin is oral. Tatandaan na, ang route, binibigay po ito, oral. Okay. Now, ang tatandaan mo dito, yung mga food. Yun ang tinatanong sa atin. Right? So, ang hinahanap sa'yo sa question, food selection that the nurse should minimize. What do you mean by minimize? Minimize is different from, okay, from restrict. Magkaiba yun ha. Pag sinabi nating minimize, the food intake of this product should only be lowered. It should only be decreased. So what are these? Okay, food. These food are as follow. Ang nakalagay dyan, the food that is high in vitamin K. Ano ba usually yung mga pagkain na high sa vitamin K? Usually, ang isasagot mo, lahat ng kasama sa green leafy vegetables. Ang isasama mo dyan, ang sabi po ng libro natin, lahat ng green leafy vegetables. Ano pa ang merong rich sa vitamin K? Kasama din ang pork, rice, yogurt, cheeses, fish, and milk. So those are the food that could be fortified and with contents of vitamin K. Pero ang usually sagot mo talaga dyan, mga green leafy vegetables. Okay, now tell me what are the green leafy vegetables? Okay, ang pinagkunan natin international ha. Kapag yan ay sa local boards, ang mga green leafy vegetable, alam mo kagad yan, ito yung mga talbos, right? Malunggay, yun kagad ang sagot mo. Pero pag sa international perspective, these are your green leafy vegetables. Piliin natin ha. Okay, sige. Number 1, broccoli. Is broccoli rich in vitamin K? Okay, yes. Check or X, check. Okay, bakit nga bawal ang mga vitamin K rich food? Bakit ililimit mo ang vitamin K? Kasi vitamin K is the antidote to warfarin toxicity. If you take a lot of vitamin K, it causes an antagonistic effect. It antagonizes the effect of the medication. So, hindi mangyayari yung tinatawag nating blood thinning effect. The blood thinning effect will be impaired, and therefore the client would be at risk for what? For further clotting. So definitely, vitamin K rich food should be limited, such as your broccoli. How about kale? Is kale a green leafy vegetable? Yes or no? Yes. Should it be limited? Check or X? Check din natin ang kale. Kasama din po siya. Okay. Next, how about lettuce? Lettuce, is it a green leafy vegetable? Check or X? Check. Okay, how about spinach? Spinach, is it a green leafy vegetable? Check or X? Check din natin yan. Okay, tofu. Is tofu considered a vitamin K rich food? The answer is no. Usually, tofu, mataas yan sa amino acids or protein. Okay, ano pa ang tatandaan mo sa tofu? Tofu is also rich in good cholesterol. Okay? Ito yung mga tinatawag nating linoleic. Okay? Linoleic acid. Ano pa? Tofu could also be a rich source of calcium. Okay? But not vitamin K. So, we eliminate number 5. Okay, next. How about purple turnips? Okay, guys. Okay, ganito ang nakalagay sa libro. Pag nakalagay green turnips, that is rich in vitamin K. However, what is the classification of warfarin? It is an anticoagulant. And toxicity to warfarin can result into bleeding condition. Ano daw ang mangyayari? Diniscuss natin yan kanina. Pwedeng mag-cause ng bleeding. Ngayon, ano ang kulay ng turnips? It's purple. So generally, kung purple ang kulay nito, it will mask just like a blood. So ibig sabihin, it could mimic, guys, okay, mimic is the term. It could mimic the blood. So definitely, anong pwedeng maging result mo kapag nagkaroon ng fecal occult blood test? Ano ang makikita mo sa stool? It can cause a false positive result to the blood. Anong ibig sabihin ng false positive, guys? Akala mo meron pero wala. Akala mo meron pero wala. So definitely, dahil magkukos ito ng false positive, mapapagkamalang blood yan, should it be taken by the patient? No, it should be included in the diet that should be minimized by the patient. So therefore, check or X, check din po siya. So ano yung mga tamang sagot mo dyan? The correct answers are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. All except 5 is the correct answer. Kahit hindi kasama sa green leafy, si number 6, but still, it can cause a false positive for bleeding. Especially, ma-identify yan on the patient's stool. Alright? So, okay. So, we are done with your anticoagulants. Alright? So, anticoagulants, heparin versus warfarin. Alright, next. Let's talk about your another drug. Okay. So we'll be discussing about adverse effects, contraindications, side effects, and interactions of different drugs. Okay, let's read the question. Sabay-sabay po tayo. Ready, get set, go. The client has been prescribed with clindamycin cliosine. What should the nurse check before administration? Okay, topic. The main topic? The topic is all about clindamycin or cliosine. Guys, what is the classification of the drug? Okay, guys, please remember, clindamycin is a drug that is different from your macrolides and different from your aminoglycosides. Do you remember those drugs? Meron kang tinatawag na aminoglycosides, right? Yung aminoglycosides, ito yung mga gamot, aminoglycosides, which ends in mycin. Okay, aminoglycosides are the drugs that ends in mycin. Cobramycin, streptomycin, gentamicin, amikacin. Do you remember? They are called your aminoglycosides, drug that ends in mycin. Iba din yung drug na tinatawag mong macrolides, antibiotic. Ano naman yung mga macrolides? Macrolides, antibiotic, are the drugs, okay? They are the antibiotics that ends in tromycin. Okay, they are the drugs that ends in tromycin. Ano ba yung mga tromycin natin? Example, erythromycin. Ano pa? Azithromycin, clarithromycin. So they are the drugs that ends in tromycin. Okay. Now, iba din yung tinatawag mong vancomycin. Huwag malilito ha dun sa word na vancomycin. Okay, although nagtatapos siya sa mycin, this is for a serious infection. Ang tawag mo dyan, glycopeptides. Okay, anong classification ni vancomycin? It's a glycopeptides. So usually, mga mycin are usually aminoglycoside, except, remember, aminoglycosides are the drugs that ends in mycin, except for clindamycin and vancomycin. Bakit? Ano daw ang classification ni vancomycin? This is a glycopeptide, and a glycopeptide is a management for a serious infection, usually mga septic condition. No? How about your clindamycin? Ano naman ang kanyang, ang kanyang classification? The classification is called lincosamides. The classification is called lincosamides. So balikan natin, i-review natin. Ang aminoglycosides are the drugs that end in mycin. Except, anong hindi kasama lang sa aminoglycoside? Your clindamycin and your vancomycin. Ano daw ang classification ng clindamycin? Clindamycin is a type of lincosamides. What is the classification of vancomycin? Vancomycin is a glycopeptide. Right? Okay. So therefore, balikan natin ang tanong. Ang tinatanong, you should check. The nurse should check before administration. Ibig sabihin, i-check mo ano ba yung adverse effect ni clindamycin, which is a bactericidal or an antibiotic. Okay, tingnan natin. Now, as you could see, these are the side effects or adverse effect of the drug. Okay, ano ang sabi dito? It can cause diarrhea, it can cause rashes, it can cause liver toxicity. What type of toxicity? Liver toxicity. Right? So therefore, kung ito ay nagkakos ng liver toxicity, what should you check? Of course, you have to check the liver function test. You have to check the liver function test. And what are the liver function tests that you have to remember? There are two important liver function tests. We have your AST and ALT. AST and ALT. Sige, balikan natin yung question natin ha. Okay, the question is something like this. Okay, you should check. ALT, is it a liver function test? Yes or no? Check yan. So, kailangan i-check yan. Number 2, heart rate. Is heart rate affected by clindamycin? No. Usually, ano ba yung mga gamot na nakaka-apekto ng heart rate? Okay, example, drugs that can cause bradycardia, digoxin, diba? Kailangan i-check mo ng heart rate. Ano pa? Beta blockers, calcium channel blockers, okay, thyroid agents, yung mga nakakabilis naman ng heart rate. So definitely, this is unrelated to the to the situation or to the medication. How about serum BUN? Okay, tanong, anong antibiotic ba yung kailangang i-monitor yung BUN because it is nephrotoxic? Usually, ang tatandaan mo dyan, the serum BUN should be monitored for aminoglycosides. Bakit? Ano ba ang adverse effect ng aminoglycosides? Aminoglycosides are ototoxic and nephrotoxic. They are ototoxic, and the first sign of ototoxicity is tinnitus. Okay? And you have your nephrotoxic, that is why BUN is monitored in a patient taking aminoglycosides. Okay, next one, blood pressure. Oops, usually ang blood pressure kailangang i-monitor for patients prior to receiving vasodilators and anti-hypertensive. Kasama din dyan, yung monitor din ang blood pressure when you are also giving diuretics, right? Kasama din, and when you are giving oxytocin. Okay? So definitely, blood pressure is unrelated to the scenario. So definitely, ano ang tamang sagot mo dito? Ang tatandaan, ang pinakamahalaga dito, nothing beats knowing the correct answer. Nothing beats knowing the correct answer. Kaya tatandaan, ang clindamycin siya lamang yung nag-iisa. Okay? And the vancomycin, that is not included in aminoglycoside because they are called your lincosamides. Okay? So the correct answer is number 1. Okay na tayo dyan. Okay, pag sinabi naman nating vancomycin, okay, so kapag aminoglycoside ang imo-monitor, ototoxicity, nephrotoxicity. Pero pag vancomycin, ang imo-monitor mo dito is the presence of Redman syndrome. Ano daw ang imo-monitor sa vancomycin? Redman syndrome and the blood pressure. Ano bang ibig sabihin ng Redman syndrome? Ibig sabihin, this medication should be given slowly. Yun ang tatandaan mo sa vancomycin. This medication should be given slowly. Bakit kailangan slowly siya? Because this drug can cause vasodilator. So pag nagkaroon ng vasodilation, naipon yung dugo sa area sa katawan ng tao, this is the reason why there is a Redman syndrome. There is flushing, kaya namumula sila. At ano ang danger ng vasodilation? Ang danger ng vasodilation, bumabagsak ang blood pressure, kaya kailangan mo siyang i-monitor. So that is the reason why it should be given slowly for 60 minutes when the client is on bed rest. So yun naman ang tatandaan mo kay vancomycin. Alright? So again, for clindamycin, you have to monitor liver function test. Okay? Next. Talk about the next questions. You got it correctly? Sino ang nakatama? Okay, walang nakatama ha. Okay, sige. Next. Next na tayo. Let's talk about your adverse effect, contraindication, side effect, and interaction of the drug still. Okay. First, a client due for Lispro at 7 o'clock is refusing to eat. The nurse will expect that hypoglycemia will most likely occur at. Okay, topic. What's the main topic? It's all about Lispro. Okay, what is a Lispro? Lispro is a type of an insulin. Tanong, anong klaseng insulin? Lispro is a very short-acting insulin. I repeat, anong classification ng Lispro? This is very short-acting insulin. So kung very short-acting ito, ano daw po yung mangyayari? Pwedeng magkaroon ng hypoglycemia. Tanong, kailan ba nangyayari ang hypoglycemia? Usually, the hypoglycemia will occur if the patient is refusing to eat whenever it is the peak of the medication. It occurs during the peak of the medication. Okay, sige. I-review lang natin. Okay, para masagutan mo siya, kailangan mong alamin ulit yung tinatawag nating insulin analogs. Okay, their onset, peak, and duration. And remember, the peak is the time of hypoglycemia, especially when the client will not be eating. Duration, that's the length of time that the patient may have the effect or may have hypoglycemia. So therefore, anong mga example ng very short? Ito na yung diniscuss natin kanina, no? Example would be your aspart. Diba? Ano pa? Aside from aspart. Okay, aspart or known as Lispro. Aspart or also known as Lispro. Okay, next. Short-acting. Anong example ng short-acting? Example is regular. Okay, tanong. Is regular clear or cloudy? Regular. Anong naalala nga? Regular is, okay, a clear solution. Okay, next. Intermediate. Intermediate is also known as NPH. Okay, natural protamine hagidorn. Is NPH clear or cloudy? This is cloudy. Okay, next. Long-acting. The example should also be long, right? So the example is ultra lengthy. Okay, the example is also long. Example, ultra lengthy. Okay, next, you have also very long. Okay, what is the example of very long? For very long, you have glargine. Glargine, or also known as, what's the other term for this? This is also known as lantus. Glargine, or also known as lantus. Remember, glargine or lantus is clear or cloudy. Remember, glargine. This should be clear solution. Okay, question. Can glargine be mixed with other insulin? Yes or no? The answer is no. Okay, hindi siya pwedeng i-mix with other insulin. And usually, glargine is only being given once a day. Remember, glargine is only given once a day. Okay, so what would be the onset peak duration? Okay, let's have your number combination. Okay, tinuro ko ito sa local nursing, so kailangan ma-remember ang number combination. So for very short, aspart Lispro, onset is 15 minutes. Okay, what's the duration? The duration is 30 to 60 minutes. Okay, 30 to 60 minutes. Okay, next, what is the duration? 2 to 4 hours. Okay, so tell me, what would be the number combination? Review natin. Aspart Lispro, 15, 30 to 60, 2 to 4. Very good. Okay, balikan natin. Short-acting insulin, what's the number combination? Okay, the onset, 30 to 60 minutes. Okay, next, what would be the peak of the drug? The peak of the drug is 2 to 4 hours. And what is the duration? The duration is 4 to 6 hours. Sige, review natin. Number combination tayo, ha? Okay, regular short-acting as a number combination. It should be 30 to 60, 2 to 4, 4 to 6. Okay, sabay-sabay tayo, ha? From the very beginning. Aspart Lispro. Number combination, 15, 30 to 60, 2 to 4. Regular, 30 to 60, 2 to 4, 4 to 6. Okay, let's talk about NPH. NPH, onset, 2 to 4. Okay, what is the peak? The peak is, ilan po? 6 to 8 hours. Okay, duration, what's the duration? It is around 16 to 20. Okay, so definitely, what's the number combination for your NPH? 2 to 4, 6 to 8, 16 to 20. Review. Okay, NPH, number combination, 2 to 4, okay, 6 to 8, and then 16 to 20. Okay, so from the very beginning tayo, ha? Aspart Lispro, number combination, 15, 30 to 60, 2 to 4. Regular, 30 to 60, 2 to 4, 4 to 6. NPH, 2 to 4, 6 to 8, and number combination, that's your 16 to 20. Okay, next, let's talk about ultra lengthy. Okay, so for ultra lengthy, number combination, onset, 6 to 8 hours. What's the peak? The peak of the drug is 12 to 16. The peak of the drug is 12 to 16 hours. Okay, what's the duration of the drug? Answer, 20 to 30. Duration, 20 to 30. So what would be the number combination? Everybody, ultra lengthy. Ultra lengthy, 2 to 4, 6 to 8. Okay, I'm sorry, it's not 2 to 4. It's 6 to 8, rather, 12 to 16, 20 to 30. 6 to 8, 12 to 16, 20 to 30. Okay, preview natin from the very beginning ha. Lahat. Okay, from the very beginning. As part list pro, number combination. 15, 30 to 60, 2 to 4. Regular, 30 to 60, 2 to 4, 4 to 6. NPH, 2 to 4, 6 to 8, 16 to 20. Ultra lengthy, 6 to 8, 12 to 16, 20 to 30. And finally, glargine and lentose. Okay, so ano po ang number combination? Onset is 1 hour. Peak is continuous. It's continuous, or ang tawag ng iba dito, it has no peak. Continuous and no peak. And what is the duration? The duration is 24 hours. The duration is 24 hours. Okay, so that's why it should only be given once a day. So review natin from the very beginning. Okay, as part list pro, number combination, 15, 30 to 60, 2 to 4. Regular, 30 to 60, 2 to 4, 4 to 6. NPH, 2 to 4, 6 to 8, 2 to 4, 6 to 8, 16 to 20. Okay, how about ultra lengthy? 6 to 8, 12 to 16, 20 to 30. Glargine or lentose, 1 hour, continuous or no peak, and 24 hours. Lumabas ang glargine ha, sa NCLEX, usually it has no peak. Okay, sige, balikan natin yung question. Okay, dahil alam mo na ngayon yung insulin analog natin, then you will go back, tinatanong kailan daw magkakaroon ng hypoglycemia. So tanong, ano nga po ba ang peak? The peak is around 30 to 60 minutes. The peak is around 30 to 60 minutes. Pero anong naalala mo dun sa duration? Tumatagal yung duration po ng drug is around until how many hours? Duration is until 2 to 4 hours. So yung kasama sa 30 to 60 hanggang maximum of 2 to 4 hours. So definitely, what's the correct answer? Within 30 to 60, isa lang ang pasok dyan. Correct answer is number 1. So definitely, the correct answer is number 1. Okay? So number 1 is the correct answer. Sinong tumama? Uy, tumama po si Miss Jessan. Okay, congratulations. Okay, next. Talk about the next question about adverse effect, contraindication, side effects, and interaction. Okay, first question is, a client is shifted to clozapine clozaril. The nurse should closely monitor the client for, okay, topic. What's the topic? Clozapine. So, ibig sabihin, okay, what's the classification of the drug? Okay, the drug is called antipsychotic. The drug is called antipsychotic. Question, there are 2 types of antipsychotic, right? Kung naaalala mo, dalawang klase daw yung ating antipsychotic. What are the 2 types of antipsychotic? Antipsychotic could be either typical, okay? It is typical, or it could be also atypical. Okay, dalawang klase ang antipsychotic ha, typical and atypical antipsychotic. What's the difference? Anong pagkakaiba? Okay, yung mga typical, they are the drugs that ends in dol. They are the drugs that ends in dol. Example, droperidol, haloperidol. Okay, ano pa aside from dol? Okay, they are the drugs that ends in zine. Okay, ano yung mga example ng mga drugs that ends in zine? Thorazine, fluphenazine. Okay, so they are called typical antipsychotic. Next, let's talk about a typical antipsychotic. What are the example? They are the drugs that ends in done. What are the drugs that ends in done? Ziprasidone. Okay, risperidone. Okay, they are also the drugs that ends in zapine. So what are the drugs that ends in zapine? Olanzapine, Clozapine. So definitely, ang tanong ko sa inyo, what is the type of antipsychotic? Clozapine is a type of atypical antipsychotic. Okay, tanong. Ano ang pinagkaiba ng typical sa atypical? Tandaan, atypical antipsychotic A. A means absence, no? Typical letter T. So kapag typical letter T, parang itsura yung plus sign. So it has more side effect. Yun ang tatandaan na. Pag sinabing typical, it has more side effect. Okay, how about when we talk about atypical? Atypical has a lesser side effect. So we have more side effect, that's typical. Atypical, less side effect. Kaya nga, whenever there are a lot of side effects, the client can be shifted to this atypical drug because it has a lesser and a fewer side effects, such as your drugs that ends in don and the drugs that ends in zapine. Okay, now your question is all about closely monitor. What should you monitor? Of course, in atypical antipsychotic, specifically in your clozapine, you will monitor its adverse effect. Okay, tell me, what is the adverse effect related to clozapine? The correct answer, starting with letter A. Anong sagot mo? Starting with letter A, ang tawag dyan is granulocytosis. Tatandaan, ano daw ang adverse effect related to the use of clozapine? Granulocytosis. Okay, let's review. What is a granulocytosis? Means absence. Means absence. Okay, next one. Granulocytes. Ano ang ibig sabihin ng granulocytes? Granulocytes are your neutrophils, such as your WBCs or neutrophils. Cytosis. What do you remember about the word cytosis? It means a lot or many. So definitely, there are absence of many granulocytes. Absence of many granulocytes. So kapag absent ang many granulocytes, bumabagsak ang WBC na ang tawag mo dyan, neutropenia. Ang tawag mo, neutropenia. So ano ang risk po ng pasyente? They are at risk in having infection, risk for infection. So what you should monitor closely, you monitor for the earliest manifestation of infection. You monitor for the earliest manifestation of infection. And what are the earliest manifestation of infection? The answer is fever and sore throat. Fever and sore throat. In addition to that, okay, you have to monitor closely the temperature. Kasi nga may fever. You have to closely monitor the WBC, particularly your ANC. ANC is also known as absolute neutrophil count. So therefore, should you monitor the client for weight gain? Okay. Tandaan, okay, ang weight gain po natin may also occur. But definitely, weight gain is not life-threatening. This is an expected side effect when taking antipsychotics. So since this is expected, eliminate number 1. Number 2, will you monitor closely for lip smacking? Kanino ba usually nag-a-appear yung EPS? Okay, lip smacking is a type of an EPS. What is EPS? Extrapyramidal side effect, which is called your tardive dyskinesia. Ano daw ang tawag sa lip smacking? This is called your tardive dyskinesia. Okay, now tardive dyskinesia is caused by short-term or long-term use of the drug. This is usually caused by a long-term intake of the drug. What type of drug commonly nag-appear si EPS? Sa typical ba or sa atypical? Usually, EPS is most commonly for typical antipsychotic. So, we eliminate number 2. Next, number 3, prolonged QT interval. Arrhythmia. Nag-arrhythmia ang pasyente. So, kung nag-arrhythmia ang pasyente, ano ang tawag natin dun sa effect na yon? Ang tawag mo dyan, cardiotoxicity. Question, what antipsychotic is related to cardiotoxicity? Dalawa yan. You have the droperidol and ziprasidone. Alin daw ang common na nagkakos ng cardiotoxicity? Droperidol and ziprasidone. Okay, so eliminate number 3 kasi wala pong cardiotoxicity ang clozapine. So what is the correct answer? Body malaise and sore throat because these are the first sign of infection. Number 4 is the correct answer. Okay, tumama. O, sinong tumama dito? Oops. Ayan, maraming tumama, no? Risk for infection. Very good. Very good, guys. All right, a lot of you are correct with this question. Okay, next. Let's talk about questions about blood and blood products. Okay, let's read. Okay, everybody, ready, get set, go. A client requiring surgery is anxious about the possible need for a blood transfusion during or after the procedure. The nurse suggests to the client to take which action to reduce the risk of possible transfusion complications. So the topic is all about blood transfusion. Okay, ano daw ang concern? They are anxious. Anxious about what? anxious about the transfusion complication. So the question is how to reduce the possible transfusion reaction. Of course, to reduce transfusion reaction, it is the responsibility of the nurse to perform cross-matching. Ano daw ang gagawin ng isang nurse? You have to perform cross-matching. Okay. Now, do you remember the different blood types? Okay. Paano mo malalamang compatible ang ating donor sa ating recipient? Okay. It is just something like this one. So you have the following blood types. And what are the blood types? You have the A, we have the B, we have the O, and we have the AB. Usually, paano mo ba nalalaman ang blood type? Saan ba ito galing? Usually, this is inherited. Namamana mo ito either from your father or from your mother. So, these are what we call your A, B, O, and AB. Now, each of the blood type, ang tatandaan mo yan, meron silang antigen. Each of the blood type has antigen. At the same time, meron din silang antibody against it. So, ano ang antigen ng A? The antigen of A is A. But the antibody, it has an antibody against what? Antibody against B. So kapag A ang dugo, hindi siya binibigyan ng B kasi sisirain niya lang si B. They have antibody to B. Okay. How about B? Vice versa lang ito, no? Ang antigen ng B is B. Anong antibody ng B? Meron siyang anti-A. So kapag B ang patient, never give a type A blood. Okay, next. O, may antigen ba? Ang tawag mo, wala. None. That is why O is considered as universal donor or universal recipient. Answer, it's a universal donor kasi wala siyang antigen. However, okay, it has antibody against what? It has antibody against A and B. It has an antibody against A and B. Antibody against A and B. So therefore, yung O universal donor, pero hindi siya pwedeng tumanggap kahit kanino. Sa O lamang po siya tatanggap. Okay, AB. Okay, anong antigen ng AB? AB has an antigen of, okay, AB. Pero meron ba siyang antibody? Wala. That is why kung wala siyang antibody, ano ang tawag sa AB? It is a universal, okay, recipient. They can receive blood from any body. So definitely, ganito lang yan ha. Kung ang pasyente mo ay A, anong mga blood types ang pwede mong ibigay sa kanya? Pwede mo siyang bigyan ba ng A, yes or no? Yes. So recipient, okay si A, ang ating donor, si A din. Okay. Tanong, pwede ba ang B? Hindi rin. Pwede ba ang O? Pwede, kasi ang O ay universal donor. Pwede ba ang AB i-donate? Hindi. Okay, so ano lang ang tatanggapin ng A and O. Okay, next, punta tayo kay B. Pag B ang blood type, ano yung mga pwedeng i-donate? Siyempre, ang pwede dyan, B. Ano pa? Ang pwede rin dyan, O. Okay, very good. Okay, paano pag ang dugo ng pasyente is O? Siyempre, isa lang ang pwede lang mag-donate sa kanya, si O. Okay, and finally, paano kapag AB? Anong ang tawag mo sa AB? Universal recipient. So, it can receive blood from A, it can receive blood from B, it can receive blood from O, and it can receive blood from AB. So definitely, it is called a universal recipient. So madaling tandaan yan. Okay. Now, ang problem mo rin is yung tinatawag nating RH because we have two types of RH. Right? So what are the two types of RH? RH positive and RH negative. Okay. Tanong, may antigen bang RH positive? Yes. Anong tawag sa antigen niya? T. Okay. Pero tanong, meron ba siyang antibody? Wala. Wala po siyang antibody. Tatandaan ha, so ang positive ay may RH, B, tawag natin B antigen, pero wala siyang antibody. Okay, di ba sabi natin pag walang antibody, universal recipient. Okay, RH negative, wala po siyang antigen, pero meron siyang antibody. Ano ang antibody niya? They have antibody against D. They have antibody against D. So definitely, kung meron siyang antibody against D, ganito lang yan. Ano? So sabi mo, RH positive, anong mga blood ang pwedeng ibigay? Pwedeng ibigay sa kanya ang positive and negative. O, pareho, positive at negative. Pwede. Okay. Pero kapag ang dugo ng patient is just negative, ano lang ang pwedeng i-transfuse sa kanya? Negative only to prevent transfusion reaction. So the role of the nurse is to perform cross-matching of the blood. Okay, i-combine natin. Example, lumabas sa actual question, ang pasyente mo, A, negative. Ano yung mga blood type na pwedeng ibigay sa kanya? So pag negative, negative lang, right? So ang pwede sa kanya, A negative, ano pa? And O negative. Next, ang lumabas sa exam, sabi, select all that apply. Ang pasyente, B positive. Ano yung mga blood type na pwedeng ibigay pag B positive? Sagot mo, B positive. Tanong, ang positive, pwede ba tumanggap ng negative? Pwede rin. So, B negative. Okay, tanong, pwede rin ba ang O? Very good, pwede rin yan. Kasi yan ay universal donor. So, both O positive, pwede rin sa kanya ang O negative. So, as easy as this one. Okay, next. Ang dugo ng pasyente ay O positive. Ano mga pwedeng ibigay pag O positive? O, dalawa yan. Dahil positive yan, O positive, pwedeng i-donate, O negative. Okay, next. Ang dugo ng pasyente mo is AB negative. Ano yung mga ibibigay mo? Dahil AB negative, AB is a universal recipient, lahat lang ng negative. Right? So, A negative, B negative, ano pa? O negative, and AB negative. Yan lamang po ang mga pwede nating i-administer sa pasyente. Alright, so that is called cross-matching to prevent transfusion reaction, and that would be responsibility of the nurse to perform it. Okay, so that is to reduce one of the things to reduce the client's anxiety and to reduce the incidence of transfusion reaction. Sige, balikan natin ha. Natutunan na yan siya. Okay, so tinatanong, actions to reduce the risk. So, ang tinatanong sa'yo, anong action to reduce the risk? Okay. So, ibig sabihin, ang hinahanap sa'yo, it's positive. So, ang hinahanap sa'yo, your standard action. Okay, ano ang standard action? Ano ang safe action? Okay, number 1. Ask a family member to donate blood ahead of time. Di ba sabi ko, saan nga nakukuha ang blood type ng pasyente? Galing yan sa family member, right? So, definitely, this is check or X. This is check. That's standard, right? To prevent transfusion reaction. Next. How about number 2? Give an autologous blood donation before surgery. What do you mean by autologous? Autologous means the donor is the patient himself or herself. So kung patient himself or herself, magkakaroon ba tayo ng problem? Hindi. So definitely, this is standard or not standard? Standard din yan siya. Next, number 3. Take iron supplements before surgery to boost hemoglobin level. Question. Will taking iron, prevent transfusion reaction? No. Taking iron supplement before a surgical procedure will not prevent the development of transfusion reaction, but it would only prevent the development of anemia. So related or unrelated, this is unrelated. Next, number 4. Select all that apply pala to. Number 4. Request that any donated blood be screened twice by the blood bank. Anong pinalalabas mo sa number 4? Pinalalabas mo na may doubt ka sa blood bank. Okay? So definitely, is it a type of a collaborative approach? Hindi po. So yung number 4 ba, therapeutic action ba ng nurse at sa kanyang mga co-workers of multidisciplinary team? No. So definitely eliminate number 4 kasi may doubt ka sa blood bank. Next, how about number 5? Take adequate amounts of vitamin C several days prior to the surgery date. Tanong, is vitamin C, reduce the risk of complications such as transfusion complication? No. Vitamin C prior to surgery will only promote healing process post-op. So kung healing process, this is unrelated also. So select all that applies. Ano ang tamang sagot? Sinong tumama? Shira Nicole, correct. Okay, Emily, correct. Wazan Kines, yes, you are correct. Correct answers only are 1 and 2. Okay, tumama na kayo ngayon dyan. Okay, so 1 and 2 are the correct answers. Okay, next. Let's talk about central venous access devices. Okay, next question tayo. Pakibasa nga po. Sabay-sabay. Ready, get set, go. A client is for dressing change of a peripherally inserted central venous catheter. The nurse should perform the following actions in which order of priority, drug, and drop. So, anong hinihingi sa'yo? It's the order. So, you have to place the correct order in sequence. So, sa actual question, pwede mo yan siyang, i-drug and drop. So, i-drug mo from the left side to the right side para mapagsunod-sunod mo siya. So, numberan natin siya isa-isa ha. Alin yung first action mo? Okay. So, anong mauuna dyan? The first action, basahin muna natin isa-isa. First, document sterile dressing change and IV site assessment. The word is to document. Is the documentation first action or last action? Usually, that is a last action. Diba? Okay, next. Number 2, compare the length with the original length at the insertion. So, you are comparing while you are changing, right? So, you keep number 2. 3, note the external catheter length. So noting the catheter length is also performed during changing of the dressing. Okay, next, number 4, remove the dressing. Alam mo kagad yan, removing of the dressing. Number 5, changing the dressing. So kung mapapansin mo, yung 2, 3, 4, and 5, they are all what? They are all your actions when changing the dressing. At alam mo kagad yung number 1 sa dulo mo ilalagay. Tanong, anong mauuna? Compare, note, remove, or change the dressing. Siyempre, first, you have to remove the dressing. That's number 4. Unahin mo muna yung number 4. Ano? Okay. Followed by, anong masusunod? After number 4, remove the dressing, followed by, note the external catheter length. That's number 3. Kailangan mo munang malaman yan, ano? So that you would know if there is dislocation of the catheter. Followed by number 2, compare the length with the original length at insertion. So pag na-compare mo na at alam mo that this is also the same as before, you can now change the dressing in number 5. And after changing the dressing, that's your number 1. Document all the things that you have done. So ito yung tinatawag nating drag and drop. Pero pwede mo ring gawin something like this one. Okay, pwede mo ring gawin something like this one. Itong ginawa mo. Number 1 muna, pwede rin yan. To remove the dressing. Followed by number 2, compare. Followed by number 3, note. I'm sorry, this is number 2. Okay, compare is number 3. Okay, followed by change the dressing number 4. Followed by document, that's number 5. So, pwedeng ganito din yung sagot mo. Alright? So, that is also the same. Okay, so tumama, ano? So, this is how to change the device. So, this is an example of your peripherally inserted catheter. Okay, now, ano ang tatandaan sa peripherally inserted catheter? Usually, the most common site that is being used is the upper arm, basilic vein. The most common vein that is being used is the upper arm basilic vein, and its main purpose is for us to be able to administer even hypertonic solution. So, pwede po diyang i-administer yung mga tinatawag nating hypertonic solutions, such as frequent IV administration, blood transfusion, ano pa, medication such as antibiotics, chemotherapeutic drugs. Okay, those are the purposes of this, and this is usually being used for a long-term basis. Now, the tip of the catheter or the end of the catheter to prevent thrombosis should be located in the superior vena cava, which is confirmed by X-ray. Okay, so the tip should be in the superior vena cava, and it is confirmed by an X-ray. Okay, and changing of the dressing should be done depending upon the institutional policy. Ano? Depending upon the institutional policy. Okay, pero nakalagay sa libro, usually around 7 days. Okay, yung dressing mismo, especially the transparent film. Okay? So definitely, that's called your long-term, okay, long-term parenteral therapy, which is your peripherally inserted central catheter. Okay, most common complication. Pag ang tanong, most common complication, ang sagot mo, phlebitis. Pwedeng phlebitis, pwedeng thrombophlebitis. Common ba sa kanila ang infection at saka ang air embolism? The answer is no. Bakit? Kasi malayo siya from any contamination, unlike the femoral central catheter, right? So, hindi masyado ang complication ng infection. Okay, how about air embolism? Hindi rin. Usually, the air embolism and infection is most commonly seen in a patient with central venous catheter. All right. So for this one, the most common complication is phlebitis. Now, if you would be asked about the solution that we could use for flushing. So pag tinanong, anong solution ginagamit natin for flushing? You can use NSS. You can also use diluted heparin. NSS or diluted heparin. Okay. Next. Okay, next question tayo. Let's talk about still. We are talking about central venous access device. Okay. Question. What is being measured by pulmonary artery wedge pressure? Select all that apply. Select all that apply ulit tayo ha. Tinatanong, what is being measured by what? PAWP. Remember, PAWP is a type of assessment of the client's hemodynamics. It's a type of assessment of your hemodynamics. Guys, ano bang ibig sabihin ng hemodynamics? Are we talking about circulation or breathing? Hemodynamics stands for circulation. So it monitors the circulation. So tanong, nasaan nga daw dapat ang catheter? The catheter is located where? Usually on the right atrium. So nandun yung catheter, mini-measure niya yung pressure doon. So therefore, ano yung pwedeng ma-measure? Circulation. So ang pipiliin mo lang, something na related sa circulation. Okay, next. Okay, isa-isahin natin. Number 1, lung capacity. Ang lung capacity po ba ay tumutukoy sa breathing or sa circulation? Check or X. X yan. Bakit X ang lung capacity? Kasi ang nagme-measure ng lung capacity is called your PFT. What is your PFT? Pulmonary function test. Pulmonary function test. Tatandaan, ang pinag-uusapan mo dito, hemodynamics. And usually, yung PAWP is being inserted for the purpose of monitoring clients who are critically ill or with a crisis condition. So, we eliminate number 1. Okay, next. How about number 2? Cardiac output. Is it related to circulation? Yes or no? Yes. So, pwede bang ma-measure? Of course, pwede yan. Next, number 3, left ventricular blood flow. Okay, ano yung nasa libro? Ano po ang sabi ni Ignatavicius at ni Saunders? Remember that the pulmonary artery wedge pressure, the tip of the catheter is measuring what? Okay, usually, ini-inflate po yan no? Ini-inflate din yan siya. Pero usually, ang minomonitor niya directly is the pressure in the right atrium. And indirectly, excuse me po, the pressure in the left atrium. So directly, right atrium, and indirectly, the left atrium. So definitely, nakalagay left ventricular blood flow. Mali yan. Pero pag may nakita ka, left ventricular end diastolic pressure, left ventricular end diastolic pressure, pwede na yon kapag left ventricular diastolic. Bakit? Kasi kapag diastolic na yan, usually, the one that we are assessing is the atrial. Naiintindihan ako dyan. Okay, next. Number 4, systemic vascular resistance. Yes or no? Yes, because we are talking about circulation. Pulmonary vascular resistance. Yes or no? Yes, kasama yan. Okay. Pag nakita mo dyan ay nakalagay peripheral vascular resistance, mali yun. Pag nakalagay peripheral vascular resistance, mali yun. Bakit mali ang peripheral? Kasi the one that can monitor the peripheral vascular resistance is your IABP, or you're known as the intraarterial blood pressure. So, alin ang mga tamang sagot mo na mga pwede mong i-monitor in PAWP? That's your number 2, number 4, and number 5. Number 2, number 4, and number 5. Usually, ang average natin dito is 12 mmHg. Ilan daw yung average ng PAWP? Around 12 mmHg. Anong ibig sabihin? Kapag mataas ang PAWP, pag mataas ang pressure, it's a sign of CHF. Tatanda na, pag mataas, it's a sign of CHF, congestive heart failure, or known as hypervolemia. Pag mababa naman, ang ating PAWP is a sign of what? Of dehydration. Okay, so yan po yung tinatawag nating monitoring of PAWP. So okay na tayo dyan ha. Guys, mag-ingat kayo dun sa vascular resistance. Pag systemic and pulmonary, kasama yan. Pag peripheral vascular resistance, hindi yan kasama. Okay, mag-ingat din sa left ventricular blood flow, hindi kasama yan. Pero pag nakalagay, left ventricular and diastolic pressure kasama. Kasi diastolic na ng left ventricle, ibig sabihin it can now monitor the atrial. Okay, pressure. So, tatandaan, ang i-monitor mo directly ng right atrial pressure, indirectly ng left atrial pressure. So, the correct answers are 2, 4, and 5. May tumama ba dito sa 2, 4, and 5? Meron namang mga tumama, no? Si Cherry Ann tumama, si Sol tumama din, si Wazan tumama din. Okay, congratulations. Okay, next. Next po tayo, let's talk about dosage calculation. Ayan na ha, magka-calculate na tayo. Guys, okay, labas na ang inyong mga calculators. Ready? Okay, let's read and then let's calculate. First, ang tawag natin dito, the doctor's order. First, the order reads, administer acetaminophen 15 mg per kilogram PRN every 6 hours to an infant weighing 33 pounds. How many milligrams of acetaminophen could the infant receive in a 24-hour time period? Sige, kunin mo muna yung doctor's order. At ano ang doctor's order? 15 mg per kilogram. Guys, sa actual NCLEX, hindi mo na, wala ka ng option. So, definitely, kailangan mo siyang isulat. Okay? So, kailangan mo yung i-fill in the blanks. Okay? So, usually, ito-type in mo siya, sa computer. So, 15 mg per kilogram. Binigay ba ang weight ng patient natin, ng bata? Yes, binigay naman. And the child is 33 pounds. Okay. Tanong, 33 pounds tayo, ha? So, paano i-convert? Okay, paano i-convert? You have to, paano i-convert? Okay, divide or multiply, you have to divide it, right? So, 33 pounds divided by 2.2. So, ilan po? Okay, so you have 15. Okay, so we have 15. So, balikan natin ha, we have 15. So, 15 milligram per kilogram. So, 15 milligram per kilogram. So, 15 times 15. Saan mo kinuha yung 15? That's the doctor's order, milligram. Saan mo kinuha yung 15? That's the 33 pounds. Equals, na ngayon, 15 multiplied by 15 equals 225. Okay? So it is 225. Okay. Milligrams. So ito yung ibibigay mo sa pasyente total. Every 6 hours. Pero anong tanong sa atin? Ang tanong, in a 24-hour. So, paano mo malaman ilan beses ibibigay? Every 6 hours. So, 24 divided by 6, ilan po? It's 6, right? So, definitely, this should be given times, okay? Every 6 hours. Okay? 24 by, okay, sige. So, kung every 6 hours, how many times a day? It's not 6, it's 4 times a day. It should be 4 times a day kasi every 6 hours. Okay? So, it should be given. Kasi 24 divided by 6 equals 4. So, it should be given 4 times a day. So, times 4 mo yan, what would be the correct answer? The correct answer is 900. Tumama ba? Sinong tumama? Si Sol, tumama. Very good. So, the correct answer is 900. Yes, it should be multiplied by 4 kasi every 6 hours. So 24 divided by 6 equals 4. Very good, Janine, Escosio. Very good, Jeannie. Okay? 2 to 5 times 4, 8 to 1. Very good. Pero ang hinihingi, whole number. So definitely, you just write it. Usually, binibigay na ang unit of measurement. Okay, sige. Another trial tayo ng computation. Okay, computation pa rin tayo. Dosage calculation. Ready? Sabay-sabay, basahin natin. Ready, get set, go. The order is penicillin 2.0 million units IM. The medication comes in a powder form of 5 million units per vial with directions to reconstitute with 3.2 ml of sterile diluent to produce 3.5 ml of solution. How many milliliters will the nurse administer? So, ang tinatanong sa'yo, ml. So, anong given na sa atin? Okay? Ang given yung gamot, penicillin. Okay, ano yung doctor's order natin? Remember yung ating formula, D over A times Q. So, the doctor's order, ang formula mo, D is the desired dose over A. A is the available in the pharmacy or stock times Q or the quantity. So, ilan yung in-order ni doctor? 2 million. So, 2 million units. Okay. Ilan yung meron kang stock sa pharmacy or available? That's 5 million. So, over 5 million units. Okay, tanong, pareho ba tayo ng unit of measurement? Pareho naman, di ba? So, pwede mo bang i-cancel? Cancel unit, cancel unit. Million, million. Pareho, di ba? Ng unit of measurement. So, definitely, 2 over 5 times quantity. What should be the quantity? Yung 3.2 ba ang gagamitin mo or 3.5? Ilan na yung diluent mo? Total is 3.5. So, yung 3.5 ang gagamitin mo. Right? Okay, sige. 2 over 5, okay, times 3.5. Okay, ilan yung tamang sagot? Sabi, you have to place it at 1 decimal place. So what is the correct answer? Ano yung tamang sagot? Everyone, correct answer is 1.4. Tumama? The correct answer should be 1.4. Nina, San Juan, Candao. Okay, tama ka. It should be 1.4. Okay. Next question tayo. Okay. Computation pa rin tayo. Ready? Sol, 1.4. Very good. Okay. Lovely, 1.4. Very good. Okay. Next question tayo. The nurse is preparing to administer IV piggyback of 40 mg of potassium in 200 ml of IV solution over 4 hours. At what rate would the nurse set the pump? Okay, so tinatanong po sa'yo dito, you set the pump is the ml per hour. What's the formula to get ml per hour? Okay, ml per hour. Okay, you have to get the total volume, okay, to be infused over infusion time. Right? Total volume over infusion time. And you will get your ml per hour. Okay. So, ilan yung total volume na binigay sa atin? Total volume is 200 ml. Ilan yung infusion time na binigay sa atin? The infusion time is about 4 hours. Okay, so 200 divided by 4. Record your answer in whole number. Okay, what's the answer? 200 over 4. The correct answer is, the correct answer, whole number daw. Anong hinihingi sa atin? Answer, the correct answer is, very good, lovely, 50. The correct answer, Mary Allen, yes, the correct answer is 50. Kath, yes, that's 50. Very good. Nia, 50. Okay, congratulations. Jeannie, 50. Ayan, sige. Heidi, 50 ml per hour. Very good. Sol, okay, sige. All right, next. Let's talk about the next question. Yes, Rufa, congratulations. Okay, Emily. Yan, ang dami nang nakakakuha. Love Vice. Ayan, 50 ml per hour. Okay, next. The nurse is caring for a client who has a prescription of lactated ringer solution, 1000 ml IV, to be infused over 24 hours. The nurse has a tubing drop factor of 15 drops per ml. How many drops per minute should the nurse administer? So, anong hinihingi sa'yo? Drops per minute. So, paano mo malaman yung drops per minute? Okay, ano ang formula natin? Okay, ang formula is drops per minute. Get the total volume first. And what is the total volume? 1000 ml. Right? 1000 ml. That's the total volume. Multiply by drop factor. Diba? Kailangan drop factor muna. So, ilan yung drop factor? 12. 12 drops per ml. Okay. 12 drops per ml. That's the drop factor. Over infusion time. Paano mo makuha ang time? Okay, the number of hours, that's 24 hours. Right? Pero ang hininga, minutes. So, paano mo makuha in minutes? So, 24 hours, okay? Or 24 hours multiplied by what? Multiplied by 60. Okay, 60. Bakit 60? Because there are 60 minutes per hour. Okay, so definitely, okay, i-cancel mo ang mga pwede mong i-cancel dyan. Okay, so alin yung mga pwedeng i-cancel? ML, ML. So parang ML, tinanggal natin. Ano pa ang pwedeng i-cancel mo dyan? The hours and the hours. Diba? Ano pa ang pwede? Pwede ba yung divisible ba yung 12 at saka 16? Divisible ba siya? Yes or no? Yes, pwede naman. Divisible siya, diba? So cancel mo yung 12 and 60. 60 divided by 12 equals 5. So, anong makukuha mo ngayon? So, you have 1,000. Anong natira mong unit of measurement? Drops. Diba? Over ilang minutes ang nakuha mo? 24 times 5. Okay? So, ilan yung 24 times 5? 24 times 5 equals 120. 24 times 5 equals 120. Okay. 120, anong natira mo? Minutes. Okay, so therefore, 1,000 divided by 120. Okay, and you will get the correct answer. Okay, so sino ang mga nakatama dyan? The correct answer is 8.33. Pero ang hinihingi sa atin, ang hinihingi sa atin is the whole number. I-regulate mo into whole number. Okay, tatandaan ha, you record your answer in the whole number. Kailangan you round it off to the nearest. Dahil 3 yan, okay, dahil 8.3, kailangan you round up towards the lower value, which is 8. Okay, so sinong tumama? Si Ninya, Rowena, Sol, Kat, Heidi, Aldi. Okay, congratulations. 8 drops per minute are the answers. So, ganun lang kadali, ano? Usually, nag-a-appear ang computation. This is a basic type of questions in pharma. If you will not be able to hit advanced questions in pharmacology. Okay, moving forward. Okay. Let's talk about expected actions and outcome of the drug. Okay, question. The nurse anticipates that a client who has received propofol will most likely experience. Okay, topic. Topic is all about propofol. Okay. Can you tell me what is the classification of propofol? Anyone? Propofol is a type of sedative. No? Sedative siya. This is a type of sedative. Okay, ginagamit siya to augment, okay, anesthesia use. This is This is used to augment anesthesia use. Guys, walang magsasagot na beta blocker ang propofol, ha? Okay, hindi po yan drugs that ends in olol. Magkaiba po yan, ha? Okay, so propofol is a type of, okay, drug which is a sedative, right? Which is also being used to augment the use of anesthesia. So therefore, tinatanong sa'yo, okay, will most likely experience. So sedative siya that will, okay, the client will experience. So ang tinatanong sa'yo, what would be the outcome? Most likely, anong hinihingi sa'yo? The side effect or the, okay, expected effect? Usually, ang hinihingi sa'yo, hindi yung side effect. Ang hinihingi po sa'yo dito would be the desired effect of the drug. You are talking about the primary effect of the drug. Okay, so primary effect tayo ha. Okay, now, okay, primary effect is the primary effect your hypotension. Hypotension? The answer is no. Bakit? Hypotension is usually an adverse effect of the drug. So definitely, we eliminate number one. Next, number two, slow induction of anesthesia. Question, is it slow acting or fast acting? This is a fast acting drug. So definitely, eliminate number two. Hindi rin yun kasama. Three, minimal nausea and vomiting. What do you think? Yes, this is the side effect of the drug propofol. So, pwede kasi minimal naman ang nausea, vomiting, okay? So, pwede ding mangyari ito. Okay. How about small tremors of the skeletal muscles? Oops. Okay. Tremors of the skeletal muscles. Rigidity of the skeletal muscles. Usually, this is caused by anesthesia. Ang tawag mo na dito is, anong tawag natin? Malignant hyperthermia. Small tremors of the skeletal muscles is your malignant hyperthermia, which is caused by inhalational anesthesia. So, hindi siya related. So, what would be the correct answer for this? Okay, the correct answer, they would most likely number 3, minimal nausea and vomiting. And these are expected to occur. So, pag mga expected yan, dalawa yan. Primary, pwede ring secondary effect. Okay, so pag sinabi mong secondary effect, okay, that would be also expected, okay, that would be expected. So ang hinihingi sa'yo dahil most likely experience, pwede rin, it's the side effect of the drug. So yung hypotension, pwede yung maging adverse effect, that makes it wrong. Yung number 2, that's a false statement because this is fast acting. No? Yung number 4, that's common for malignant hyperthermia, while number 3 is your side effect of the drug. Okay, so number 3 is the correct answer. Next, let's talk about medication administration. Okay, moving forward, medication administration. A healthcare provider ordered fondaparinux for a newly admitted client. The nurse is expected to administer the drug through which route? Okay, tinatanong, route of administration topic is all about fondaparinux. Okay guys, ano ang classification ng fondaparinux? Okay, tandaan mo, may nakita ka dyang parin. Ano ba yung mga drugs na merong parin? Heparin, warfarin, enoxaparin. So definitely, meron kang parin. So anong classification? This is called anticoagulants. Okay. Now, tinatanong, how would you administer? So mayroon ka kagad hint, since this is an anticoagulant. Question, anticoagulants, anong effect niya directly sa blood? So isasagot mo ba yung inhalation? This is true or false? This is false. Kasi hindi naman siya directly into the blood ang effect. Next, number 2, intramuscular. Number 3, intravenous. Number 4, subcutaneous. Anong mapapansin mo sa number 3? Lahat po sila is a parenteral route. Lahat sila is a parenteral route. Pag sinabing parenteral, injection. So, ang strategy mo dyan, ginrupo mo siya. 2, 3, and 4 versus number 1. Number 1 is a type of, okay, it's a type of inhalational. Okay? So, inhalation. So, it's a different route. So, eliminate mo siya, hindi siya kasama sa grupo. So, alam mo kagad na ito ay anticoagulant and which one is the most common route for anticoagulant? IM, IV, or sub-Q? Correct answer is number 4. Very good, lovely, and AB. Correct answer is number 4. Fondaparinux is a subcutaneous. Now, ano pa yung mga hahanapin mo? Hindi lamang mga gamot na nagtatapos sa parin ang ating anticoagulant. Pwede rin dyan, makikita mo in the actual question, dabigatran. Pag narinig mo itong gamot na ito, dabigatran, hindi lang yung mga gamot na nagtatapos sa parin. This is the drug, okay, that does not end in parin, but it's considered as an anticoagulant also. Okay? So, correct answer is number 4, subcutaneous. Next tayo. Medication administration pa rin tayo. Let's talk about now. Okay, the next question. Basahin natin. Ready, get set, go. The postmenopausal client is prescribed with alendronate Fosamax. Which information should the nurse discuss with the client? Okay, topic. Ano yung main topic? The main topic is all about alendronate. Drugs that ends in dronate. Okay, ano ba yung naalala sa mga gamot na nagtatapos sa dronate? Kasama dyan, alendronate, ibandronate. Okay, tanong, ano ang classification ng drug? This drug is called biphosphonates. Anong tawag sa gamot? Anong classification? The classification is called biphosphonates. And who are indicated to use biphosphonates? This is indicated for what condition? Osteoporosis. This is an anti-osteoporosis drug. Okay, so this drug is for osteoporosis. So, ang tawag sa kanya, biphosphonate. Okay, now, tinatanong sa'yo, information that you should discuss. Pag sinabing the nurse should discuss, ano ang tatandaan natin? The nurse should discuss means which one is a positive, which one is your standard action. Alin ang mga standard action natin? Alin dyan ang good action? Number 1, chew the tablet thoroughly before swallowing. Question, can we chew the tablet? Okay, the answer is no. Ano dapat? It should be swallowed whole with water. Tatandaan, mali yan. That's not standard. Bakit? Okay, kailangan this drug should be swallowed whole with water. Okay, you should not alter the medication, not by crushing, chewing, or cutting the drug. Next, number 2, eat a meal prior to taking the medication. Tanong, okay, kailangan po bang eat a meal? Ano ang goal mo? Absorption. So, tatandaan, it should be taken, ano ang ating sabi ng libro? It should be taken 30 minutes before breakfast. Easy, before meals. Okay, so mali po to, eliminate number 2. Next, number 3, take the medication at night before going to sleep. Is it at night before going to sleep? Ano bang naalala mo pag going to sleep? Ano ba yung adverse effect? The adverse effect of the drug, okay, is this drug can cause increase in acidity. Kaya nga hindi mo siya chinuchu kasi meron niyang specific effect. Dahil pag chinu mo yan, lalong magkakos ng acidity. So therefore, ang adverse effect talaga po nito is esophagitis. Kasi acidic nga yan, so pwedeng magkaroon ng GERD. Okay? Pwedeng mag-cause ng reflux that can lead to esophagitis. Now, if you take it at night before going to sleep, anong naalala? Possession for sleeping. Pag natutulog ang pasyente, lying down yan, nakasupine yan. So definitely, pag nakasupine, it can cause the backflow, okay, of the gastric content or known as the reflux. That can result into esophagitis. So we eliminate number 3 also. How about number 4? Remain upright for 30 minutes after taking the medication. Possible ba itong upright? Will that prevent the reflux? Will that increase the barrier? Yes or no? Yes, of course. So definitely, what is the correct answer? The correct answer is number 4 po tayo. Number 4 is the correct answer. Okay, tumama ha. Alendronate, Fosamax. Tatandaan, this is called a drug for osteoporosis. It's called biphosphonate. Okay, tumama ba? Answer number 4. Very good, Heidi. Number 4